former chairperson of BOT and former secretary of the government of Nepal, members of BOT, SMC, FOBS, SEBS, parents, guardians, and all the guests present here. Namaste and a very good afternoon to you all. We welcome you all to our annual English school play, The Play That Goes Wrong. Welcome to a magical evening filled with creativity, talent, and imagination. Today, we gather here with hearts full of excitement and anticipation to witness our talented students perform in this much-awaited annual English school play. Our young actors and actresses, with guidance from their dedicated teachers, have poured their heart and soul into bringing this play before you this afternoon. It has suspense, mystery, a little bit of romance, and lots of reasons to make you laugh. Their hard work, passion, and determination have finally culminated in this unforgettable production. Our young performers on stage and the crew members off stage, remember that today is not just about showcasing your talent. It's about the joy of sharing your passion with everyone in this hall. Embrace the thrill, the adrenaline, and the nervous excitement, for it is these emotions that make the magic of drama so extraordinary. Finally, I encourage you to lose yourselves in the captivating world our students have created for you. Let your imagination soar and your hearts be moved by the power of drama. Applaud their efforts, cheer them on, laugh wholeheartedly, and inspire them to even greater heights. Without further ado, I present to you Budhanilkantha School's annual English school play, The Play That Goes Wrong. Sit back, relax, and prepare to be amazed as we embark on this captivating journey together. First, we have a short synopsis for you by 5181 Sangya and 5170 Arya. Without any further delay, let the magic begin. Enjoy the show. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is the closing of Cornley Polytechnic Drama Society's production of the 1920s murder mystery, The Murder at Havisham Manor. The story is simple. There has been a murder, and an inspector has been set on the case to find out who the culprit is. However, when the plot is given to some accident-prone actors, everything that can possibly go wrong does go wrong. We have a corpse that can't lay dead for the life of him. A leading lady who becomes hysterical and is knocked down so many times that we've lost count. And crew members who keep appearing on stage to save the day. However, our characters all share one belief: the show must go on. Trying to overcome their plethora of unforeseen mishaps, namely displaced props, missing actors, collapsing sets, and forgotten lines, the tension in the stage is tense. But you, the audience, are going to be rolling on the floor laughing. As the play progresses on to the climax, things get completely out of hand. Do you even get to find out who murdered Charles Havisham? Who among our main suspects is the real killer? Will all of the cast and crew still be standing completely conscious by the time the final curtain rolls? Watch the play to find out.
20औं शताब्दीमा घटेको नाटक द मर्डर एट ह्याभिश्याम म्यानरको आज प्रस्तुतिको अन्तिम दिन हो। यस नाटकको कथा सरल छ। एक पात्रको रहस्यमय मृत्यु भएको छ र त्यसैले एक इन्सपेक्टरलाई अनुसन्धान गर्न खटाइएको छ। तर जब नाटकको कथा जिम्मा केही दुर्घटना निम्त्याउने कलाकारहरूलाई दिइन्छ, तब सम्भवतः गलत हुन सक्ने सबै गलत हुन्छ। हामीसँग एउटा लास छ जो मरेर पनि मर्नै सक्दैन। त्यसै गरी एक प्रमुख पात्र छ जसलाई यति पटक पछारिन्छ कि पर्दा पछाडिका पात्रहरू पर्दा अगाडि नआए बस्नै सक्दैनन्। यति हुँदाहुँदै पनि प्रदर्शनीले निरन्तरता लिइरहन्छ भन्ने कुरामा हाम्रा कलाकारहरू विश्वस्त छन्। यत्रतत्र छरिएका सामानहरू, बेपत्ता कलाकारहरू, उभिन नसक्ने भित्ताहरू र बिर्सिएका संवादहरू, यी सबैले मञ्चमा तनाव मात्रै निम्तिएको छ। तर तपाईँ दर्शकहरू अवश्य नै आफ्नो पेट मिची हाँस्नुहुनेछ। शङ्काका घेरामा को छन्? के हत्याराको पहिचान होला त? यी जिज्ञासा मेटाउन आउनुहोस्, हेरौँ हाम्रो नाटक द प्ले द्याट गोज रङ। थ्याङ्क यू।
Annie, fix the door. Everyone leave. Everyone leave. Close the curtains. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Conley Polytechnic Drama Society's presentation of The Murder at Havisham Manor. Can I kindly request the audience to switch off their mobile telephones and other electronic devices? And please note, photography of any kind is strictly prohibited. Please enjoy the show. Thank you. All right, note for the cast. The dog is still missing and we need to find it before...
Trevor, wrong button.
But...
Leave it. Just leave it.
We need...
Okay.
We haven't got time. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this year's production, The Murder at Havisham Manor. Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm Crispin, the director of Conley Polytechnic Drama Society. I would like to personally welcome you all to what will be my directorial debut and my first production as head of the Drama Society. So, without any further ado, please put your hands together. Not yet, not yet. For Susie H.K. Bricewell's thrilling whodunit, The Murder at Havisham Manor.
Charlie, are you ready? We're all waiting downstairs to raise glass to your engagement. Charlie, come along now, Charlie. You've been in there for hours now. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you're having second thoughts about the wedding. Hang it all, Charlie. If you won't come out, we'll come in. Yeah, he's locked the doors. Hand me those keys, Perkins.
Here they are, Mr. Collymore.
Thank you, Perkins. Let's get this door open. We're coming in, Charlie. We're coming in. There we are. We're in. But what's this? Charles unconscious?
Sleep surely, Mr. Collymore.
Damn it, Perkins, I hope so. I'll take his pulse. Blast, I knew something was wrong. Someone like Charles to disappear like this.
Sir is dead!
Dead? Damn it, Perkins. He can't be. He's my closest friend. He is not breathing, sir, and there is no hint of a heartbeat. Well, I'm dumbfounded. He's as right as rain an hour ago. I don't understand. He was as right as a fiddle. He can't be dead. It doesn't make sense. Of course it makes sense. He's been murdered! Good God, where's Florence? In the dining room, sir. Shall I fetch her? At once, Perkins. But she's bound to have one of her hysterical episodes, sir. Damn it! Gather everyone in here. Charles dead. What a horror. Quickly, Miss Collymore, Cecil, get in here right now. There's been a disaster. Charles Havisham has been murdered!
But do you think it was murder, Perkins? Or perhaps suicide?
Suicide, Mr. Havisham? Not possible. There never was a man with more zest for life than Charles Havisham. He was young, rich, and soon to be married. Why on earth would he commit suicide?
But why on earth would anyone kill him? Charles was such a gentle fellow.
He was generous, kind, a true philanthropist. He never had an enemy in his life.
Until today, it seems.
Shall I telephone the police, sir?
The police? They wouldn't make it out here in days in this snowstorm. I shall telephone Inspector Carter. He lives just the other side of the village. He'll be here in next to no time. Hand me the receiver, thank you, Perkins. Good evening. Thomas Collymore speaking. Bring me Inspector Carter. I know it's late. Damn it! I don't care about the weather. There's been a murder. Someone's murdered Charles Havisham.
Sound effect error on Q4.
That's right. Thank you. He's on his way.
Inspector Carter?
They say he's the best damn inspector in the district. And crack this case, and quick.
Very good, sir. And what shall I do?
Lock every door, man. Not a soul gets out of Havisham Manor until the killer is found. Good God. Charles Havisham murdered at the night of his own engagement party. Good Lord. Charles Havisham murdered at the night of his own engagement party. Florence!
Charlie! No, I can't believe what I'm seeing. He looks so pale. His skin is cold to the touch.
No, don't touch him, Florence.
I must.
You mustn't.
Unhand me, you controlling brute. Oh, who could do such a thing the night of our engagement party? Cecil, quick, your brother's dead.
This way, Master Havisham.
I'm coming, Miss Collymore. Brother? Dead? It can't be.
Calm down, Cecil. Perkins, pour that man a stiff drink.
Of course, sir. Charles always kept scotch in his study.
Charles had the best collection of scotch in the county.
Don't you think I know that? He was my best friend.
Well, he was my brother.
Hang it all! My sister's fiancé is dead.
I can't bear it.
Florence, you aren't to leave my sight this evening.
Oh my God! He's drunk the whole bottle! There's not a drop left!
Hang it all,
There's not a drop left!
hang it all. There'll be another in the cabinet.
Oh, yes, this one's full.
This is horrifying. I mean, who on earth would have a motivation to murder Charles Havisham?
I can't imagine.
It's madness. My brother was a good man. Who'd kill him? I'm in shock, Thomas.
As am I, Cecil. As am I.
It's more than my nerves can take. I'm becoming hysterical.
No, Florence, not one of the episodes. Calm yourself. Allow your pills to take effect.
Florence, don't lose your head.
Easy, Florence.
No, Florence, this is unbearable.
Oh, my child. Charlie. Charlie.
down, Florence. Remember your breathing.
I feel I shall pass out, Thomas.
Perkins, pour that man a stiff drink.
Go, sir.
Thank you, Perkins.
There, Florence. Well done. Deep breaths.
It's terrible. Just a week after our engagement.
Well, here's to your good brother. That's the best scotch I've ever tasted.
Have another to calm your nerves.
Make it a double.
Oh, my Charles, my head is spinning.
Calm down, Florence.
Another scotch, sir.
Yes.
I can't believe Charles sat in here alone, drinking, when he was supposed to be downstairs with us.
My brother wasn't as happy as you lead people to believe. Underneath the cheerful mask lay a darker side to the man many didn't know about.
It's true. His smile was often just, Okay, I was fortunate enough to be one of the only people he truly confided in. I've lost a real friend today.
We all have, Perkins. You know, in the 20 years I've known Charles, I've never once set foot in these private rooms.
I don't know how I'll ever recover from this.
You'll move back home with me. You're my sister, and I'd have it no other way.
Perkins is right. My brother was hiding a deep sense of melancholy and resentment. There's no doubt in my mind, it was suicide!
Suicide, Mr. Havisham? How can you say that? Of course not. It's murder! Murder in the first degree!
Nonsense! Nonsense! That man was paranoid, jealous, and I can prove it. Perkins, hand me his journal from the mantelpiece. Why, look at the last entry. I fear Florence does not love me. The night of our engagement party, and I am full of sadness.
But I love Charles with all my heart.
As I said, driven mad with jealousy.
The inspector! Thank heaven he's here!
What a terrible snowstorm. Good evening. I'm Inspector Carter. Take my case.
Yes, Inspector.
This must be Charles Havisham. I'm sorry. This must have given you all a damn shock.
It did. We're all still in shock.
Naturally. Alright, I know you the disease's immediate family.
I'm Cecil Haversham. I'm his brother.
I'm Florence Collymore. I'm his fiancée. Tonight was our engagement party.
I see. I take it everybody is assembled in here.
Yes, the only other member of staff is Arthur the gardener. I saw him and Winston leave for the weekends hours ago. Winston, his guard dog.
I see. Very well. You, have you brought everyone a stiff drink?
Yes, sir.
Let us raise a glass to the man we all loved. To Charles.
Charles.
Delicious!
Excellent.
Lovely, that's perfect. What does he say on the outside?
Flammable and corrosive, sir.
Listen, you all must be in shock, but forgive me. The sooner I can begin my inquiries, the sooner we can all get to the bottom of this ghastly business. Miss Havisham, Miss Collymore, if you'd be so kind as to go and wait in the study while I examine the body.
It's such a tragedy for a man to die just 3 months before he's to be married.
It almost feels as though he's still alive, in the room with us.
His stillness unnerves me. This is the most more ruse.
Maras indeed.
Seeing a dead body for the first time can make one uncomfortable, Perkins.
I can't bear it. Just look at him lying there.
I need you to pull yourself together and help me dust his body for fingerprints. Check his pockets, Thomas.
Right away, Charles.
Thank you, Charles. And now to dust his body for fingerprints.
What was that? Sir, I could have sworn I saw him breathing. Breathing!
Nonsense,
sir.
Collymore. This man is dead.
Cold and lifeless. And you're right, dead and gone.
Thank you, gentlemen. Now that we've finished examining the body, perhaps you'll take it out to the service quarters for the coroner to collect in the morning.
I'll lend you a hand, Perkins.
Then lock all the doors to the house and prepare this room. I'll conduct my inquiries here afterwards. Miss Havisham, Miss Collymore, if you could please return.
Any ideas on the cause of death, Inspector?
Could be a number of things. Suffocation, strangulation, poison. Before fully examining the body, I wouldn't like to say.
How could anyone do something like this?
Try not to think about it, Miss Collymore. Once I've finished, I'll speak to you each individually. And then perhaps you can get some space to calm your nerves.
Thank you, Inspector. This is all more than I can bear.
I'll return presently, as soon as I've finished calling the coroner to examine the body. Be careful carrying the body.
Thank God they have gone.
Cecil, we must be careful. It would be easy for the two of us to be implicated in Charles' death. If they find out about us, we'll be suspects.
You and I are having an affair. So what? It doesn't mean we kill him.
Of course not, but that's what the inspector will think.
It's fine. We will just carry on as if everything's just as it was. Except now, you won't be forced to marry my beastly brother.
And soon we can be together and not keep any secrets.
But please, while we are here, just the two of us,
Cecil, we can't. If we are caught, it would be the end.
this one question I must ask Florence. Will you do me the honor of becoming my wife? Marry me. Charles is dead. He can never come between us again. Since Charles is dead, and he's never coming back again.
Oh, Cecil, I shall marry you. Perhaps one kiss then. One stolen moment of passion.
Florence, come into my arms.
I shall.
One embrace.
Oh, Cecil, I love.
Inspector requires a pencil. What on earth is going on here?
I felt flustered. Cecil was trying to cool my brow.
Just cooling her brow.
I don't see how my sister's brow is any business of yours, Havisham.
Cecil was only trying to help.
Yes, Tom.
Very well. Now that I have the inspector's pencil, I shall be on my way.
Thank God he's gone. That man's such a nuisance.
He's my brother.
Let me hug you. Just once.
Cecil, I'm yours.
Sorry to disturb you, Miss Collymore, Mr. Havisham. I've come to collect the keys to lock us all inside.
They are by the telephone, Perkins.
I shall lock the doors at once.
You don't think Perkins suspects us, do you?
That old fool. Of course not.
Oh, enough words. Take me in your arms.
Got the inspector's notebook. What in God's name?
I was about to faint. Cecil caught me.
I haven't time for this.
Now that I have the inspector's
Notebook?
I shall be on my way.
Blasted interruptions.
Oh, Cecil,
Florence, you make my heart beat out of my chest.
your eyes send me to a dream. Cecil, I can't wait a second longer. Cecil, I can't wait a second longer. Cecil, I can't wait a second longer.
Sorry to disturb you again, Miss Collymore, Miss Havisham. I've come to prepare the room.
Thank you, Perkins. Put them on the mantelpiece. At last we are alone.
Cecil, let's run away from here, far away, together.
Soon, my love, but we must be careful. We mustn't arouse suspicion.
Cecil, tell me, who do you think killed Charles?
There's no question in my mind, Florence. He was killed by your brother, Thomas Collymore.
My brother? What a devil of a situation this is.
Not so fast, Inspector. Inspector.
But why would Thomas want Charles dead?
Isn't it obvious? He was always bitter and possessive when it came to you. He didn't like the idea of his best friend marrying his sister. Saw you together at tonight's engagement party, and it drove him half mad. And he snapped and killed Charles.
But if it is Thomas, what if our affair is discovered?
There's no doubt in my mind, Florence. He would try and kill us, just like he killed Charles.
Oh, I shall faint.
Don't worry, Florence. Just follow my lead.
I'm sorry. Now that I've inspected the body and Charles has studied more closely, our interviews can proceed. Perkins, bring in Charles's personal effects.
Where would you like them, Inspector?
Set them down on the mantelpiece. Don't go, Perkins. I'd like to ask you a few questions first. Miss Havisham, Miss Collymore, if you'd be so kind as to give us a moment's privacy.
Naturally,
Don't just stand there, Perkins. Take a seat. How are you feeling, Perkins?
A little shaken, sir. But I'll be fine.
You are close with Charles Havisham?
Yes, sir. Very close.
You don't appear very upset by his death.
To the contrary, I've barely taken it in. Oh, he was such a kindly, charming man.
It's true.
You met him?
Once, briefly at the police station. He came in as a consultant on a fraud case I was working on.
I see.
How long have you been working at Havisham Manor?
For 80 years.
80 years?
Achoo!
8 years.
8 years. And have you enjoyed your time here?
My time with Mr. Havisham has been nothing but a joy. I feel that ever since I've come here, I've been seen not only as a butler, but also as a friend. If you need me, I'll be in my room.
If you'd be so kind as to send in Florence Collymore on your way out.
No need, Inspector. I'm already here. Don't ask too much of me, Inspector. I feel fragile as glass.
Don't harass her, Carter. I need not remind you. My sister's been through a lot tonight. Her fiancé did pass away this evening. At last, Collymore, you found me a pencil? Here it is, Inspector. And my notebook? I knew I left it somewhere. Now, I must speak to Miss Collymore alone.
Very well. I'll be in the library, Florence.
Don't fret, Miss Collymore. My questions will be brief and to the point. And then you can get some rest. Firstly, how old are you, Miss Collymore?
21.
I'll make note of that. When were you and your fiancé due to be married?
In the new year.
When did you first meet?
Only 7 months ago, but my brother has known him since school. He introduced us at the local gala and it was love at first sight. I knew from the very first moment I saw him that he was the man I wished to marry.
Well, I think that's enough note-taking for now. Seems I've run out of paper.
When you love someone, there is no such thing as rushing, Inspector.
Did you ever think you were rushing into this marriage?
Why wouldn't I love him?
Did you love him then?
How could anyone have benefited?
Can you think of anyone who might have benefited from your fiance's death?
Cecil?
Not even Cecil?
I wasn't having an affair. Don't raise your voice to me, Inspector.
You were having an affair!
Don't tell me to calm down.
Calm down, Miss Collymore. Then how do you explain this letter?
Which letter? You've read my letter? Where did you find it?
I'll tell you which letter. The one addressed to Cecil, written in your hand, declaring your love for him, and how the thought of marrying Charles disgusted you.
Charles read it?
You read my letter? Where did you find it? I'll tell you where I found it. In Charles's pockets.
Charles read it? Then it was suicide. Charles read it? Then it was suicide. Charles read it? Then it was suicide.
Indeed, or a murder conceived by yourself and Cecil Havisham, so you could run away together.
How dare you? You horrible beast, how can you? I won't stand for this, Inspector. Accuse me again and you'll be sorry.
What's all this shouting?
What is it, Inspector?
I'm merely interviewing Miss Collymore. Nothing more.
Florence! What's the matter? Calm down. Stop shouting!
She's having one of her episodes. Snap out of it, Florence. You're hysterical.
Florence! Where are you going?
Come back here this instant. She's run off. I'll put her back. You stay here, Cecil. I dare say the inspector has some questions for you. You're Charles's brother after all.
I'm sorry, Inspector. She's badly shaken. We all are. It's been quite a night. And it's getting late.
11 o'clock already.
Well, do you have any questions for me, Inspector?
Yes, Mr. Havisham. Similar questions to those I asked Miss Collymore.
Fire away, Inspector. I'm at your service.
You and your brother, did you get along well?
Up and down. Since father died, there was rather more strain on our relationship. It was no secret our father cared for Charles more than myself.
I see. This is your father in the portrait. Is it not?
It is!
He looks exactly like Charles, doesn't he?
Ever since he was quite young.
You were the junior by 4 years.
Almost 4 years. And didn't I know it? Charles patronized and embarrassed me throughout our entire childhood. He thought he knew best, and father always took his side. If he ever didn't get his way, it was unbearable.
He sounds far from an ideal brother. In fact, it sounds like you hated one another.
I won't lie, Inspector. Charles and I never truly said I to I, but if you are suggesting I had something to do with his murder, you are mistaken.
I see. It's a dark night, Cecil.
Inspector?
You can barely even make out the trees.
What are you saying, Inspector?
I'm saying, Cecil, that tonight would be the perfect night for you to murder your brother.
Inspector, please. Me and my brother had our differences, but deep down, we cared for one another.
And yet, you were having an affair with his fiancée.
What on earth gave you that idea?
The letter I found in Charles's pocket from Miss Collymore to yourself, saying how the thought of marrying Charles repulsed her. You can't get away.
You know about that?
As it seems, just Charles.
They didn't notice.
Well, bravo, Inspector, very good. You have found out about Florence and I, but it proves nothing. We didn't have a thing to do with Charles' murder, but Thomas Collymore does. He's a dangerous man with a devil of a temper, and Florence is his sister. I have said it before, and I shall say it again. He couldn't give his sister up to any man, mostly his old school friend. Tonight's engagement party made him lose control, and he lashed out at Charles. A crime, passion perhaps, but there it is.
Thank you, Mr. Havisham. You've been most helpful. Perhaps you could fetch Thomas Collymore. I'm going to need to follow more than one line of inquiry at a time to get to the bottom of this.
At once, Inspector. Anything to help the progress of investigation.
Hang it all, Charles. Who could have killed you? Everybody under this damn roof seems guilty. That's strange. There's something underneath these cushions. A ledger? A ledger! A ledger! A ledger! A ledger! Where's the ledger? A ledger! 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 A ledger!
A ledger!
A ledger with Charles's initials inscribed on the cover. What's inside? The last will and testament of Charles Havisham, dated only today. Let me see. I, Charles Havisham, hereby amend my last will and testament to leave my money, Havisham Manor, all its grounds and contents. Good Lord!
Thomas Collymore for you, Inspector.
Ah, thank you, Cecil. But before I question you, Mr. Collymore, I do need to review some documents in Charles's study. I'll return presently.
Take your time, Inspector.
Indeed.
Did you find Florence?
She ran out into the grounds.
Now tell me, Thomas, what were your feelings about Charles and Florence's engagement?
Well, I was overjoyed, of course. I love Florence, and I love Charles. I couldn't have approved more of the match.
But Collymore, it's well known that you are protective of your sister. I'll get it. Good evening. It's for you.
Who the devil is it?
Your accountants, Collymore.
At 11:30 in the evening.
Yes.
Hand me the receiver, Cecil. Good evening. Thomas Collymore speaking. It is inconvenient, yes. My recent deposits? What of them? What are you talking about, man? Gone? Gone where? Good Lord! £9,000 stolen? Perkins, get in here! Yes, sir. Perkins, fetch me my bank book. Your bank book, sir. Thank you, Perkins. This is an absolute disgrace. How could you allow this to happen? I shall speak to superiors. Who am I speaking with? Mr. Fitzroy. I'll let the name down. Fitzroy. Now listen here, Fitzroy. I did not authorize this transaction. You find out who did and call back. This telephone call has put me in a very difficult position.
What is it, Collymore?
Money stolen from my accounts.
Good Lord.
£9,000 taken from my private savings.
Good Lord.
What a ghastly business. First my oldest friend, murdered in cold blood. And now I find myself almost bankrupt.
Thomas, I have a confession. I wasn't going to say anything, but well, the inspector seems to have found out and blasted. I'm tired of keeping secrets.
Spit it out, Cecil.
Well, Florence and I are having an affair.
What? You and my sister?
Calm down, Collymore.
I knew it. You're always a snake in the grass.
It's not what you think it is. We're in love.
My sister does not love you. Your brother's fiance is disgusting. No wonder your father hated you.
Don't speak out my father that way, Collymore.
I'm afraid it's time for you to answer me for your wrongdoings. Draw your sword, Cecil. On guard!
Good shot.
Nice try, Cecil, but no match for my skill.
Let's try that again.
On guard!
Ching, ching, tang, sis, sis, ching, swipe, swipe, chang.
No,
ting.
sometimes I forget you, Charlie's brother. You're so pathetic.
I shan't let you get away that easily, Collymore. Ching. Ah, you have cut me, Collymore. Blood, blood. I've been slain. Blood, blood, blood.
You know, I don't need this to kill a man like you. There does not seem to be any doubt about who killed Charles. He was killed by his own vile little brother in a fit of jealous rage.
I shan't stand for this, Collymore.
You'll be sorry you ever laid a hand on my sister, Cecil. You'll be sorry.
Ouch!
Gunshots in the library. Inspector! Perkins, where's the inspector?
He's in the study, Mr. Collymore.
Hey. Dear God, what's going on out there? There you are. I don't know how you managed to look so calm and collected in a situation like this. It comes from years of experience. Indeed. It is important we remain calm, and we mustn't let each other out of sight. Where's Miss Collymore? She's coming now. Florence, get in here! It's not safe out there! Leave Florence to find Collins. Florence, you don't look yourself.
Thomas, I'm frightened.
Don't worry, Florence. You're safe in here with me.
What is going on?
Isn't it obvious? Cecil has lost control.
Kesile? Surely not.
He killed Charles tonight, driven mad by his lust for you, and now he knows where we found him out.
I cannot bear it. Kesile would not do such a thing.
This is a fine mess, sir. The worst night I've seen in 88 years of service.
Save me, brother! Save me!
Don't worry, Florence. I shan't let anyone hurt a hair on your head.
I'm panicking. I can't believe
Cecil!
Cecil is doing this?
Try to remain calm, Miss Collymore.
I shall fail.
No, you shan't think. Confound it. What a devil of a situation this is.
Not so fast, Inspector.
We're all getting out of here safe tonight, you hear me? Take cover! Great Scott!
Good heavens!
Me!
That must lock Cecil out. Parkins, where are the keys to the door?
Here they are, Mr. Collymore.
Parkins, hand them to me before Cecil bursts it. Good Lord!
Cecil's dead?
double murder!
Time of death, quarter to midnight.
Cecil, no, no, no. I loved him. I loved him. I know it's wrong. I know I was engaged to Charles, but Cecil was mine and I was his.
There, Miss Collymore.
How will I go on, sobs?
You, take this body outside.
I'll lend you a hand, Perkins.
I've seen a lot in the 20 years I've been an inspector, but 2 murders in one night is certainly unusual.
Oh, Inspector, my fiancé and my lover killed on the same eve.
Remember your breathing, Miss Collymore. Now is not the time for another of your episodes.
I am having an episode, Inspector. I cannot help it.
Have an episode.
Oh, Charles! Oh, Cecil! I am having an episode!
No, Miss Collymore.
They are dead, they are gone, and they're never coming back.
Lawrence, I will not tolerate another tantrum.
Get away from me, Tom. You don't understand my grief.
Lawrence, I will not tolerate another tantrum.
No, Tom, you don't understand my grief.
That's it. Take one of the pills.
No, no more pills. Oh, they're mints.
But who could have killed him?
That's a good question, Mr. Collymore.
And one, we need to answer quickly if we're going to get out of this house alive.
Oh, Inspector, you've given me a chill.
Perkins, pour us all another scotch. Now, tell me, is there anyone else that you know of in the grounds other than the 4 of us?
Not a soul.
The staff all go home at weekends, except for Perkins, of course. Good God, I needed that.
Does anyone else have access to the grounds?
No one, Inspector.
I'm the only one with the master key, and as instructed, I locked and bolted the doors as soon as you arrived.
Then who could have killed him?
That's a good question, Mr. Collymore.
And one, we need to answer quickly if we're going to get out of this house alive.
Oh, Inspector, you've given me a chill.
Perkins, pour us all another scotch.
Of course, sir.
Now, tell me, is there anyone else that you know of in the grounds other than the 4 of us?
Not a soul.
The staff all go home at weekends, except for Perkins, of course. Good God, I needed that.
Does anyone else have access to the grounds?
No one, Inspector.
I'm the only one with the master key, and as instructed, I locked and bolted the doors as soon as you arrived.
Then who could have killed him?
No one could have killed them.
Except the people in this room.
Good God, you're right. It's one of us.
This is a disaster. Blackout. Interval. Oh.
Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed your break. We will be resuming this evening's performance in just a couple of moments. I'm sure. I must say, I'm delighted to see that so many of you have returned for the second half of the production. Obviously, I would be lying if I said the first act went entirely as rehearsed. There were one or two minor snags which you may or may not have picked up on, but there are snags that will occur on the first night, and this certainly has not been the worst first act Budhanilkantha school has seen by some stretch. Also, before we begin again, one word.
It's going quite bad, to be honest.
Before we resume.
Yeah, she's unconscious and we still can't find the dog.
And now, without further ado, it gives me great pleasure to present the concluding act of Murder at Havisham Manor.
Leave, everyone, leave, everyone, leave. Close the curtains.
Then who could have killed him? No one could have killed them except the people in this room. Good God, you're right. It's one of us.
This is a disaster.
And it's not over yet. 2 murders in one night at Havisham Manor. What a grisly evening.
Frightful, brother, frightful.
And look, Mr. Collymore, the snowstorm outside his building.
If we're not careful, we'll be snowed into this slaughterhouse. We must discover the guilty man.
Indeed, the gunshots were heard coming from the library. I shall investigate the room. All of you, remain here.
This whole business is a disgrace. Now, let us remind ourselves of what we know.
We know Charles Havisham was found dead tonight in his own private room since his engagement party.
We know that his fiancée was involved in an affair with his brother Cecil. How could my own sister behave in such manner?
Not now, Thomas. We know that he too was murdered on the same evening, in cold blood.
The only thing we don't know is who the murderer is!
The tension in this house is... Finish examining the body? No. The tension in this house is... Kiss me, Cecil. No. The tension in this house is... tense.
Ominous indeed.
Now, Miss Collymore, I must ask you a question. Where were you when the murder was committed?
On the floor with a mustache.
Of course. Makes perfect sense. So was I.
Kiss me 1,000 times, I'm yours.
Of course, Florence. That's what brothers are for.
This is the most dreadful evening, and it's not even midnight yet. That was most.
Sorry, go on.
That was most. Trevor! That was most ominous!
Ominous indeed.
I need to speak to you at once. Collymore.
Right away, Inspector.
I must speak to you in private, Collymore. Are you sitting comfortably?
Most comfortably, Inspector.
Before we speak, I must check no one else is in earshot.
No one else is here, Inspector.
Very well, Collymore. I have found the weapon that was used to kill Cecil Havisham.
Good Lord. Where was it?
In the library. It was lying on the table, muzzle warm and the barrel still smoking.
Someone killed Cecil with that?
Yes, Collymore, and not long ago.
But who?
I was hoping you would be able to tell me that, Collymore. After all, we are friends, aren't we?
I have no idea who killed Cecil. I was in the other room fetching my sister some refreshment when I heard the gunshot. Elaine.
I don't know what page we're on, mate.
I don't know what page you're on. Besides, why would I?
Besides, why would I want to kill my oldest friend's younger brother?
Perhaps because you found out about his affair with Florence. We all know you're a jealous man, Collymore, ruthless and protective of your sister.
Protective? I approve of whatever makes my sister happy.
Don't play the fool with me, Thomas. You shot Cecil Havisham in cold blood, and you know that wasn't the plan. But I found something that I'm sure you'll find interesting.
Well, Inspector, what is it?
A new draft of Charles's last will and testament, dated only today. Ha! Declaring that he wanted to make Perkins the sole beneficiary.
Good Lord. Who on earth has he changed the Heavens!
That's right.
He's leaving it all to Perkins!
That's right. The time has come for us to tell him we know who did it. Let's go find Perkins.
Let's go, Inspector.
What do we do?
Pick it up.
Oh, Annie, who on earth could that be?
I don't know.
You're probably right, Miss Collymore. Now, quickly, we must hide you out of harm's way. Charles had a hidden passageway built behind this bookcase. Stand back! I'll open it. Aha! Aha! Step inside, Miss Collymore.
I'm panicking.
You'll be safe in there, Miss Collymore. You'll be fine in there, Miss Collymore. Trevor,
What?
get inside the club. Stay quiet, Miss Collymore. I'll check who's at the door. Arthur, the gardener, what are you doing here?
Me and Winston got caught in the storm and couldn't make it home.
Good heavens, Arthur. Step inside. You won't believe what a nightmare this evening has been.
How do you mean? Rough. Get away from the shades. Rough. Sit, Winston. Good boy.
Mr. Havisham was murdered tonight.
Charles Havisham?
Not only that, Brother Cecil has also been killed.
Heavens! That explains the strange goings on I have seen in the grounds this evening.
Strange goings on.
A mysterious figure in the bushes. The figure stood by the shrubbery that stands outside this very room. And I noticed that the latch on the window was forced open, and Winston found this on the ground beneath it. A lace handkerchief, stained with a deep red mark with a distinctive scent.
Cyanide!
Precisely cyanide.
I can't get the lines right. I'm doing a terrible job.
No, Perkins.
Chris keeps shouting at me for it. You should know this by now, Dennis.
You're doing great and everyone out there loves you. Don't you? Now get a grip of yourself.
Thank you.
And you can tell from the shape of the mark, it's been used to hold a bottle. But not only that, turn around. The handkerchief is also monogrammed with the initials FC.
Florence Collymore.
Indeed.
Arthur, you're suggesting that Florence Collymore broke into Charles's private rooms this afternoon?
She must have done.
Good God!
Miss Collymore has murdered her own fiancé.
She is concealed behind the bookcase. I'll bring her in. Miss Collymore, get in here right now. You've killed your own fiancé. We have the evidence to prove it.
How dare you, Perkins?
The time has come for us to confront Perkins and tell him we know what he has done. Perkins!
Thank heavens, Inspector. These two have been accusing me of the most dreadful things.
Hold your tongue. We all know what you have done. Stop growling, Winston.
Winston, the inspector's here to help us.
Sorry about Winston, Inspector. I don't know what's got into him. I'll put him outside.
Arthur the gardener, I presume.
I'm the longest serving member of staff at Havisham Manor.
It's been working for Mr. Havisham for 90 years. 99 years.
99 years. What a dedicated man. But Arthur, I was informed you left Havisham Manor at 6 o'clock today.
Very suspicious, if you ask me.
It appears you were hiding in the grounds on the night 2 men were murdered here.
Arthur became trapped in a snowstorm and couldn't make it to the gates.
How impossible. I don't suppose you realized what you have walked into this evening, then, Arthur?
To the contrary, Inspector. It appears I have discovered a clue that will close the case.
A handkerchief.
Monogamy!
Monogrammed.
And stained with cyanide.
Cyanide.
Cyanide, as if used to conceal a bottle. Dropped on the ground beneath the first window that was used to gain access to this room. So someone could poison Charles.
Good God, how dreadful. Collymore, fetch a magnifying glass.
Right away, Inspector. Perkins, where's the magnifying glass?
It's not there.
It's not there? What do you mean it's not there? Where's the inspector's your magnifying glass, Inspector?
Thank you, Mr. Collymore.
But Inspector, there's something about the handkerchief you've not detected.
I'll answer it. Good evening. It's for you, Mr. Collymore.
Another telephone call?
Yes, sir.
Who is it, Arthur?
Mr. Fitzroy, sir. He said you asked him to call you back.
Yes, I did, didn't I? Hand me the receiver, Arthur. Aha! Fitzroy! Thank you for calling again. Yes, this is a much more convenient time. Thank you. Another transaction traced. A one-way ticket to Dover.
Achoo!
Hello, Fitzroy, hello.
The 1920s.
Hello.
Ring, 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 ring. Period appropriate.
Hello. Aha! There you are again. Another transaction traced. A one-way ticket to Dover. A man at the bank. Well, I tell you it wasn't me. You've given £9,000 of my money to someone else. You're causing me more pain than you could possibly imagine. I shall hang up immediately.
Looks like you'll need another scotch, Mr. Collymore.
No scotch, thank you very much. I need to check my bank records, if you'd excuse me.
But Inspector, there's something about the handkerchief you've not detected.
What is it, Perkins?
It bears initials. Initials F.C.
Florence Collymore is the murderer, Inspector.
Me? The murderer? How can you?
Your handkerchief, stained with cyanide, found at the scene of the crime. Damning evidence, Miss Collymore.
Inspector, don't begin this nonsense again. I declare I am not guilty.
You are guilty, Miss Collymore. It is plain for us all to see. You're engaged to be married to Charles, a man who, according to your letter, you despised. Not only this, but you were having an affair with his brother, and you two were trying to run away together.
If you'll excuse me.
Florence Collymore is the murderer, Inspector.
Me? The murderer? How can you?
I take my back. So,
You're lying, Florence. You killed him.
Florence, behave yourself. Act with some decorum.
One, two, three.
You killed your fiancée, Miss Collymore. What do you have to say for itself?
I am no murderer.
You've been exposed!
You've been exposed.
Truly exposed. Very well, Miss Collymore. Your name can easily be cleared. We shall examine Charles's body for evidence of cyanide poisoning. Perkins, Collymore, show me to the service quarters of the house to check the deceased once more. And Arthur, stay here with Miss Collymore and make sure she does not leave this room.
Arthur, you've known me years. Surely you believe I would never do something like this?
On the contrary, Miss Collymore, it was I who discovered you to be the guilty party.
Oh, Arthur, how can you? Please, you must protect me from all these fiends. I'll do anything to win your trust.
Oh no, Miss Collymore, do not use your feminine wiles to confuse me.
I have seen the way you look at me across the gardens. Even now, the way you're looking at me. The way you're looking at me, I know how you feel.
Please, Miss Collymore, I'm a simple gardener, right?
And you have said before how radiant I looked when walking across the grounds. Please, Arthur, protect me. I'll be yours if you do.
Miss Collymore, you are a murderer and a seductress, and I shall not be seduced.
Wait, inside the clock, inside the clock.
Trevor, you will play the part.
Oh no.
Oh, yes, you
No,
can, you
no,
can.
no.
Here, right there.
Fine. How can you resist me? I am a beautiful woman.
Stop, Miss Collymore. You are using your power over men as you always have.
You can't pretend your feelings aren't real.
Very well, Miss Collymore. It is true, perhaps, that I have admired you. Kiss, 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 kiss. Come on.
Then kiss me, Arthur. You know you want to. Kiss me, Arthur. Kiss me, Arthur.
What on earth is going on here?
I can explain.
No, you can't. Miss Collymore in Arthur's arms.
A second affair?
Florence, you've changed.
Oh, Inspector. All these wild accusations have driven me to this. My nerves are a wreck. I feel dizzy.
I suggest you settle down, Miss Collymore.
Where's the medication, Mr. Collymore?
Blast! I must have left it in the study.
You are a vile criminal, Miss Collymore.
And to think we took you in.
You manipulated me. I've let my master down tonight.
All the while you are plotting your fiancé's demise.
Oh, right. Oh, Inspector. All these wild accusations. I feel an episode is coming on.
Have an episode.
No.
Have an episode.
No.
Have an episode.
Ah, fine.
And a adulteress and a cold-blooded killer.
I'm not, Inspector.
Yes, you are, Miss Caldemore.
If only you knew, Inspector. I could never hurt a living soul. I shall faint.
She's fainted, Inspector.
It has become too much for her.
Lie her down on the floor. That's better.
I brought Florence's medication. What's happened?
Florence has fainted.
There, Miss Collymore.
Good Lord. I'll wake her up. She's out cold.
Is this the person you saw at the window this evening, Arthur?
Remove her hands from her face, Mr. Collymore. It's not her. The figure I saw was that of a man.
Of course it was. You were taken in by a handkerchief, planted outside to frame Florence. She and Cecil both have plausible motive for murder, but not the true motive.
What are you saying, Inspector?
The true motive belongs to Perkins.
Me, Inspector.
You, Perkins. A little earlier, I stumbled across Charles's new written last will and testament, dated only today, declaring that he wanted to make Perkins the sole beneficiary to his inheritance.
Surely not, Perkins.
This is all a mistake.
Save your pleading for the police station. Cuff him, Thomas.
Right away, Inspector.
I'll drive you there myself as soon as the snow stroke has passed.
It's not true, I tell you.
Oh, what happened? I must have fainted. Curse that.
Oh, what happened? I must have fainted. Curse my delicate constitution.
You did faint, Florence. We've discovered that Perkins committed the murder.
Perkins, but he's such a kindly old man.
There must be some misunderstanding. I didn't kill Charles, but I know who did.
Who?
Inspector Carter!
What on earth?
What? You did it! Because Charles knew about the police money you were embezzling.
Nonsense!
You say you met before. You said he was a consultant on a fraud case you were working on.
What of it?
Charles came home that evening very intrigued by the whole case. He decided to look into the matter personally. The reason why no arrest had been made was because the man committing the crime was yourself. You were the facade, the perpetrator. You were the murderer.
You can't prove it.
But Charles could, and that's why you killed him.
Never.
I know your secrets, Inspector. What will you do? Kill me too?
I will. Confound it.
What a devil of a situation this is.
Not so fast, Inspector.
Charles Havisham,
Sir?
Charlie, I thought you were dead.
you're alive? It's not possible.
Oh, I'm afraid it is. You couldn't kill me that easily.
How? How did you survive?
Well, I simply didn't drink the poison sherry that you left out for me this evening.
Oh, Charlie, this is more than I can.
Oh, Charlie, this is more than I can bear.
Ever since we last spoke at the police station, it was clear you thought I was onto you. For months now, I've had my guard up, and tonight, you fell into my trap.
You've been hiding in the grounds ever since this afternoon when you planted the poison.
It was you that I saw. You were the mysterious figure.
I thought it was strange.
I thought it was strange how you got here so quickly in such terrible weather.
But what about the handkerchief bearing Florence's initials?
Perhaps
you should ask Inspector Carter. Or should I say, Inspector Frederick Carter!
FC. The same initials.
Precisely. And after committing the crime, you found Charles S. will in his ledger and tried to pin the whole thing on me.
You damned you damned crafty devil!
Crafty? Indeed. Perkins here is as innocent as I am. Thomas, remove those handcuffs this instant.
Right away, Charles. Find the keys. Where are the keys? Just pull me out of it. Come on.
Drop the gun, Inspector.
Me!
Never! I came here to kill you, Charles, and I won't leave until the job's done.
It's over, Inspector. I could prove your guilt in a second. I have the evidence in the safe in my study. Fetch the papers, Perkins.
Yes, sir.
Lower your weapon, Inspector. It's over.
What are you going to do, Charles? Shoot me in front of a room full of witnesses?
Oh, don't think I won't do it, Carter. You try to kill me. I'd merely be returning the favor.
Please, Inspector, you're frightening. Please, Inspector, you're frightening me.
You ought to be frightened.
Arthur, come here. Hold everyone in this room. Once we send a wire to the local police.
Yes, sir.
You monster! You tried to kill Charles and you killed Cecil? How could you?
I'll admit it. I tried to kill Charles, but I never went anywhere near Cecil. In fact, when I discovered that you and he were having an affair, I was overjoyed. I had the perfect man to pin it on, until my accomplice blundered in.
Your accomplice?
That's right, Thomas Collymore.
True. I'm the inspector's accomplice. I helped him move the money. A decision I shall regret.
Charlie, you locked the door!
We're trapped! You're mad, Charlie! Let's go, Inspector.
Quickly, Collymore, we can skip
Not
this.
so fast, Inspector. Arthur, block the door.
Yes, sir.
The papers, Misham.
Thank you, Perkins. Now fetch my reading glasses from the library.
Yes, sir.
Get out of my way, Arthur!
I'm afraid I can't do that, Mr. Collymore.
Don't manhandle me, Arthur!
Stand down, Collymore. You have been discovered.
Push him aside, Collymore. Do you want to spend the rest of your life in jail?
Lock them in, Arthur. Don't let them escape.
Arthur, I will strike you down! Save me!
It's useless, Collymore. There's no way out.
Brother, I'm surprised at you. I don't know what you've become.
I feel so ashamed. Between Carter and I, we found that we could steal the money from the police's sundry accounts easily. Carter had access, and I had the facility to move the money quickly and keep it secure. So I thought, until tonight, a line. This sets a damn death trap. A line. As for Cecil, that was a crime of passion. As simple as that.
Now, I hold in my hand a written list of every fraudulent transaction that Thomas Collymore and Inspector Carter ever made.
No, I can't believe it. I won't believe it.
Your sordid affair sickened me, Florence. You broke my heart.
I made a mistake. Please take me back. I'll be yours all over again.
Take back a wound that's betrayed me? Never!
Charlie, you're all I have. Don't cast me aside. Let me be your wife.
Your reading glasses, sir.
Thank you, Perkins. Unlock the door, Perkins.
Yes, sir.
That would be the police to arrest you both. Let them in, Perkins.
Oh, Charlie, this is more than I can. Charlie, this is more than I can bear. Look at me like you used to look at me.
Silence,
Charlie,
Florence! You're nothing to me now.
this is the worst night of my life. No. This is the worst night of my life.
I think this is the worst night of all of our lives.
But Thomas, Carter had your food, didn't he?
What do you mean?
Well, he never intended to share the money with you. Let me summarize.
I love you, Charlie.
Inspector Carter knew that I discovered you and he were both embezzling police money. So you hatched a plan to kill me, planting cyanide in my sherry.
I've still got the ring, Charlie. We can make it work.
The mistakenly believing I was there, Carter tried to pin my murder on Cecil and Florence because of their affair, until your accomplice, Thomas, blundered in and shot my brother Cecil. The inspector then tried to frame my murder on Perkins instead after finding my will in the ledger.
Take me back, Charlie, if you know what's good for you.
But what you didn't know, Thomas, was that the inspector made a £9,000 withdrawal from a private account this morning, and after framing someone else for my murder, planned to flee with a one-way ticket to Dover, taking every single penny with him. I think it's time we take a look at your attaché case, Inspector.
The bottle of cyanide.
Thomas Collimore's £9,000.
And of course, your one-way ticket to Dover.
He allowed you to take all the risk by storing the stolen money in your private accounts. Isn't that right, Carter?
All right, it's true. All right, it's true. I forged your signature at the back and took out every penny. I had a bargain on your account and catching on this quickly and telephoning you so soon.
You rogue! I trusted you! You made a mistake there, Carter, and I'm afraid it's your last. No! Bang! My fingers!
The officers are waiting in the hall, sir.
Excellent. Escort Miss Collymore downstairs. I wish to have a word with Thomas in private.
Yes, sir.
Florence, leave. Downstairs, Florence! Downstairs! Thomas, you're not the man I knew from Eden. You've become greedy and jealous.
I'm sorry, Charles. My nerves are in shreds.
There's a glass of sherry next to the telephone.
Thank you, Charles. Ever the kind host.
Drink it up.
Most kind.
Tell me, Thomas, one last thing.
Anything, Charles? I shall tell no more lies.
Glass of poison sherry that the inspector left out for me this evening. Glass of poison sherry that the inspector left out for me this evening. What do you suppose I did with it?
But I don't know. What do you mean? Don't mean he gave you the... Charlie! Charlie! Line.
Oh, just die for Christ's sake.
Oh, just die for Christ! How dare you!
Oh, how I wish this could have ended differently. Thomas, your lies and deceits have led you inexorably to this end. If men allow themselves to be governed by greed, then death and destruction shall prevail. Betrayed by my brother, cheated on by my fiancée, and almost murdered by my oldest friend. Let us hope that we never again see a murder at Havisham Manor.
Our play has now officially come to an end. Now, I'd like to call upon every single person whose efforts went into staging this play for all of you today. Light and Sound 5042 Gaurav. $5020 Midula. 5023 Ditya. 5166 Swarnim. 5043 Rivas. 5152 Alex. Stage crew props 5196 Medhavi. 5049 Pranav. 5034 Chitis. 5001 Oslesha. 5193 Kamira, 5172 Dipanka, 5176 Jyotsna, 5174 Iksha, 5199 Shreya, 5178 Princess. The Havisham crew, 5164 Shubham, 5175 Prisha, 5009 Jenny, 5185 Yashashri. Cast 5052 Bishesh as Trevor.
How can you resist me? I am a beautiful woman.
5169 Avilasha as Annie.
The tension in this house is tense.
6042 Bikalpa as Cecil Havisham. 7068 Dulab as Arthur the gardener.
Stop growling, Winston.
6061 Sarthak as Thomas Collymore.
No wonder your father hated you. You're so pathetic.
5037 Suyesh as Charles Havisham.
Not so fast, Inspector.
5182 Niharika as Florence Collymore.
It's more than my nerves can take. I'm becoming hysterical.
5139 Pragyan as Perkins.
It's a double murder!
5163 Sion as Inspector Carter.
I will, confound it!
Prompters 5181 Sangya, 5170 Arya, and I 5202 Shashwat. Teachers, props and stage management, Mr. N. Nepal, Mr. P.S. Patel. Light and sound, Mr. C. Sarma, Mr. B. Sarma. Costume and makeup, Mrs. B. Lama, Mrs. Anja. Directors, Mrs. C. Dolma, Mr. K. Bhusal. Overall Coordinator, Mr. G.D. Joshi. Now, we would like to request our Chief Guest, Mr. Yadav Prasad Koirala, former Secretary to the BOT and former Secretary to the Government of Nepal. We'd like to request Mr. Yadav Prasad Koirala to share a few words about the play.
Respected principal, teachers, guardians, students, and ladies and gentlemen. Very good afternoon and to namaste. Budhanilkantha School is a prestigious and national school of Nepal, representing the students from all the district and demography. Studying here is a feel of the proud and honor. The success of the story of this school dates back to a long history. This school established by the collaboration effort between Nepal and British government 5 decades ago. This school is well known for its reputation and prestigious in the countries. The students produced by this school are working in the prominent position both within the countries and abroad. They have made the significant contributions in the various fields, including research, business, and entrepreneurship, etc. We know all, education is indeed a key factor of the shaping the nation. Assessing to the state of the education in the countries can provide an estimation of the how prosperous is the right way. I personally feel that Budhanilkantha School has made a unparalleled contribution in the providing the quality education. I believe the effort will continue to the bringing the consistency in the days to come as well. As we know, quality education is achieving through the combination the effort of the teacher, students, and parents. This school has also instilled self-confidence in them. It stands out as the exemplary model among the other schools. When I was young, I had a great desire to study in this school. Today, seeing you all the students here bringing me joy. Congratulations to all you who get the opportunity to study in this school. I am so glad to hear that the school had given the importance to new research and explorations. I personally feel the remarkable roles of the dedicated the principal, teachers, and students in these endeavors. Today, the presentations given by the students of the school are not any less impressive than the presentation given by the professional artist. We all feel that the unique artist talent has blossomed from the dedicated the students from the various district and province. It is not just through the drama, artist expression, but also serve as a conduit for the creations and transmission of the knowledge and arts. I believe Budhanilkantha School will continue to impart and aid a polishing and promoting the soft skill of the students through the community engagement and support the programs like donation, clearing and awareness campaign, club activities, sporting events for the including the civil sense, leadership and communication, drama, rhetoric, etc. These activities offer our students to think out of the box and also give them the opportunity to recreate the plethora of the innovation idea. We are pleased with the school effort to enhancing the extra skill activities through the new platform. At last, I give the thanks who is progressing toward becoming the model institution in the country. So I am feeling very happy about its advancement. Such dynamic activities from the school bring further the inner talent of the students and highlighting their potential. These kinds of the initiative can serve as the medium to recognize talents on the global stage. Thanks again and again, and thanks for all the participation.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, we'd like to request Mr. Dinesh Panthi, Vice President of Forbes, to share us a few words about the play.
थ्याङ्क यू धेरै धन्यवाद मलाई अघि सरले भनिसक्नुभयो यो प्रोफेसनलहरूको भन्दा केही कमी छैन प्लेमा मैले लास्ट टाइम नेपाली प्ले पनि हेरेको थिएँ यही मञ्चमा एकदम हाइली प्रोफेसनल एक्चुअली दिस इज माई फर्स्ट टाइम इङ्ग्लिस प्ले मैले पुरै हेरेको फर्स्ट टाइम नै हो कतिपय चाहिँ मलाई यो टोन अलिकति स्ल्याङहरू यो वर्डहरू मैले टु बी फ्र्याङ्क मैले बुझिनँ त्यो लिरिक्स मैले सबै पनि मैले तर यसको छोटो लास्ट टाइम मैले एस्टडी मात्रै अलिकति युट्युबमा यसको थोरै स्क्रिप्टहरू हेरेको थिएँ र यस्तो राम्रो प्रेजेन्टेसन गर्नुभयो तपाईँले मलाई नट लेस देन प्रोफेसनल प्रेजेन्टेसन मैले लास्ट टाइम नेपालीमा पनि यस्तै देखाएको थिएँ र म ओभरअलमा चाहिँ तपाईँहरूको यो प्रेजेन्टेसन एकदम हाइली कम्पोज्ड नाइसली प्रेजेन्टेड एकदमै राम्रो एकदम प्रोफेसनल एकदम राम्रो लाग्यो मलाई र यसले चाहिँ के प्रुभ गर्छ भने बुढानीलकण्ठ स्कुल इज रियल अ सेन्टर अफ एक्सलेन्स भन्ने कुराको एउटा प्रमाणित पनि गर्छ तर एकदम धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद सबै टिमलाई यहाँ धेरै सर म्याडमहरू हुनुहुन्छ जस्तो डाइरेक्सन गर्ने हाम्रो डोल्मा म्याम हुनुहुन्छ भुषाल सर हुनुहुन्छ त्यसै गरी यसलाई ओभरअल कोअर्डिनेट गर्ने जोशी सर र होल टिम सबैजना टिमलाई म एकदमै धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद दिन्छु र बुढानीलकण्ठ स्कुल फ्यामिलीलाई पनि धेरै धन्यवाद दिन्छु विद्यार्थीहरूलाई यस्तो यस्तो प्लेजहरूमा यस्तो यस्तो कामहरूमा अग्रसर गराउनु भएको छ र अहिले मलाई कस्तो लाग्छ भने हामीहरूले जस्तो एजुकेसन पढाउने भन्छौँ होइन यो ओभरअल एक्टिभिटिजले ओभरअल मान्छेलाई बिल्ड गर्ने रहेछ र यस्तो यस्तो पार्टमा तपाईँहरूको झन् बढी प्रोफेसनलिजम बढ्दै जाओस् अझ राम्रो राम्रो नाटकहरू देख्न पाइयोस् अब नेक्स्ट टाइम चाहिँ सेक्सपियरको कुनै एउटा राम्रो नाटक हामीहरूले सुनेको त्यस्तो देख्न पाइयोस् धन्यवाद धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, I'd like to request the principal of Budhanilkantha School, Mr. Homnath Acharya, to give a few remarks about the play.
Respected chief guest of today's annual school play, Mr. Yadav Prasad Koirala, former chairperson of Board of Trustees and former secretary of Government of Nepal, our respected guardians and colleagues of English department, all the actors and everyone present here. I truly appreciate the effort initiated by English department for annual school play, the play that goes wrong. This is really a beautiful play. It was actually a very difficult to compose and made it to the final production, but ultimately with the effort of all the colleagues and all our wonderful actors, it is made possible, and I'm sure all our guardians enjoyed the play, and I especially would like to congratulate all our budding stars for their very, very impressive performance. It was like a performance of the professional actors. They acted in such a way that they rocked the theater. So, congratulations all of you. My special congratulations and appreciation goes to the colleagues of English department, directors, Mr. K. Bhusal and Dolma Madam, HOD, Mr. G.D. Joshi, and all the colleagues for their hard work. Thank you all the supporting hands for making this play a very impressive one. This is one of the best English play in the history of BNKS. So congratulations. My congratulations goes to the guardians, the parents of these wonderful actors, for being a proud parents, for being the proud parents of these children. So congratulations, big congratulations. So BNKS will surely promote the skills of the students in different areas. We do not only think of academics. Besides academics, we concentrate on promoting different sort of skills among our students, and this is one of them. So thank you very much, all the guardians, for coming all the way to BNKS to watch this annual school play. And thank you for encouraging our actors and our English department. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Imad sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Finally, we have our overall coordinator, Mr. G.D. Joshi, for the vote of thanks.
Thank you. Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Yadav Prasad Koirala, former Chairperson of BOT, former Secretary of Government of Nepal, members of BOT, SMC, FOBS Executive Committee members, SEPS Executive Committee members, the principal, vice principals, SMT members, CAO, parents, guardians, teachers, and the other staff. Good afternoon to you all. Firstly, I thank you all for being here this afternoon. Your presence has given a new dimension to our annual school play, the play that goes wrong. And to our directors, department colleagues, cast and crew, your applauses, laughters, contemplations have given the multiple reason to be happy for their sacrifice of numerous hours and months of rehearsal. You are the part of our success and the reason behind why we find the stories to create magic on the stage. While celebrating this success, let me remember the supportive and friendly school management. Your contribution to make this play successful is immense. You were there to assist in managing the resources and moral boost of. So I'm humbled and grateful to the principal, vice principals, CEO for being so much supportive and helpful. The play that we selected this year was not an easy play. And also at the same time, unlike previous years, we had short period of time and there were multiple events going on, including the great test. I must say, it was a challenge taken by the directors, which we all the colleagues in the department took as a shared journey. Tonight, we have seen the culmination of that journey, a testament to the power of theater and the magic that takes place when a story unfolds with action on a stage. The credit for it goes to the most experienced, dedicated, decisive directors. Thank you very much once again. This very complex task of finding the appropriate script and then from doing the series of reading, understanding the whole play, editing, finding the right person for particular role, to mentoring for months and bringing it up to this stage is not everyone's cup of tea. So let me extend my deepest gratitude to these amazing directors, Mrs. C. Dolma and Mr. K. Bhusa, for your unwavering guidance and mentorship, and also giving all the emotional and intellectual support to the cast and crew members. To the directors, I know my words of gratitude will not be enough for times you have spent and then troubles you have faced in making all of us understand the play, stage, props, costumes, makeup, light and sound effect, just to accomplish our shared mission of bringing this complex and comedic play to life. Thank you once again. Thank you, Mr. N. Nepal and P.S. Kattil and all the students involved in the stage management for your apt and artistic insight to make and manage the props and the stage. To Mr. P.S. Kattil, you set the record of being exemplary for your impressive traits of taking initiation, teamwork, creativity, attention to details for making the stage of its kind. To Mr. N. Nepal, beside your great contribution in props and stage management, your help in coordinating with different people, departments in my presence and absence is truly praiseworthy. I am really thankful to you. I also extend my heartfelt thanks to Light and Sound team led by Mr. C. Sharma and Mr. B. Sharma and all the students involved. You have painted the stage with light and filled the hall with sound, creating an atmosphere that let us travel in the world of the play. To Mr. B. Sharma, your technical prowess and artistic insights have been instrumental in bringing the play to this form. I am equally grateful to you. I am equally grateful to Mr. C. Sharma. Beside your contribution in light and sound, you took the extra responsibility of initiating the task of finding and finalizing the brochure and then T-shirt. So thank you very much. I also express my sincere gratitude to Mr. B. Lama and Enja and then students involved for their amazing costume creation and makeup for the cast. I understand that the trauma and troubles you got in seeking and sewing the required dresses was beyond imagination. Thank you so much once again for doing all of that and then making it possible. To all the exceptional cast and crew members, I highly acknowledge your dedication, talent, creativity, and ability to capture the essence of the characters to make the audience laugh and ponder. Please remember our prompters, crew members, light and sound team, and backstage people. You are invisible force and you did the work exceptionally well to run the show smoothly. Thank you very much. Let me tell you, your tireless effort have not gone unnoticed and they are highly appreciated. Similarly, let me thank to the HODs, HOHs, school prefects, the kitchen department, maintenance office, carpenters, electricians, sweepers, and all the people who directly and indirectly help to make this mega annual event, the annual school play, the play that goes wrong, to a grand success. Thank you very much. Finally, to our amazing, our students, parents, guardians, once again, to you all, thank you very much, for coming all the way to BNKS and encouraging to our students. Thank you.